Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we were at the Vulture event, had a great day and really enjoyed that. Just come back on the farm, so today it's the day after. It's Friday the 10th of March, and if you remember earlier on in the week on Tuesday, I said that we had this problem here. We've been using these old bales to try and store our fodder beet and put it all away over winter, and they've been okay over the years, but I was at Llama this year and I met someone who knows a company here in Norfolk who we're going to go and see today, and hopefully we can put some concrete blocks here. We're going to trial a few, we're going to invest in some, trial them and see if it sort of works as like a barricade to keep the feedstocks in. And on another subject, we had a comment the other day about when I was scraping up the wood chip at the top of the yard, top of the farm. Somebody noticed that the scraper, the pin had come out, and I quickly rectified that, so thanks very much for commenting on that. We welded them up this morning, the pins, because they'd worn their way out the holes, so yeah, thanks very much for that comment. Now we're going to head off to Lewis Concrete. We'll whip over there in the Defender. Done all the livestock work this morning, and now we're hopefully going to go and find something to improve the farm's efficiency with storing sugar beet, wood chip, and maybe even a little bit of barley. We could use it as a dividing wall to store some wood chip on one side or some barley on the other. Put the old handbrake off. I know a lot of people have been asking about the old Defender. Yeah, it's going all right. It did have a problem with some bushings the other day, but yeah, it'll be all right. So I'll see you when we get to Lewis Concrete. Right guys, so we've just come down to Lewis Concrete and I'm here with Andy. And Andy's just going to show us some of these Lego blocks.
These are the Lego blocks we produce here in Fakenham. They're 6 foot long, 2 foot square, weighing in about 1.5 tons, 1.6. Ideal for aggregate bays, fodder beet, sugar beet, whatever you want really, just to stack up, interlocking. We do smaller ones as well, so you can lock them.
A couple of things I was thinking about. Do you ever get farmers use them for like security and stuff like that?
We haven't done, because this is something that we've been, just started doing. This is a new line for us. We've only been doing it sort of 3 or 4 months. So, but yeah, you could do gateways, things like that, just to block off pads, stop people getting on pads.
And how do you move them around the yard?
There is, in the top, there is a pin, and there's a special tool which goes on to interlock to lift them up. Onto the Manitou or whatever, telehandler. Yeah, oh, that's quite a clever idea. Yeah. And how much do they weigh? Sorry, about 1.5 tons.
1.5 tons, and there's dimensions?
6 foot and then 2 foot square.
And you make them here, is that right?
All made here, yeah.
So is that your
that's our back.
Good Norfolk-based company, aren't you?
Yeah, based, yeah.
So I was at the Llama, and I think I went to Bronco Blocks, and I met your friend.
Yeah, one of our drivers.
One of your drivers, yeah, and he said to come over and have a look. You guys are a nice local company.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we can do a deal on some blocks and get a lorry load over. And I was thinking about using them for maybe like fodder beet, sugar beet, muck, stuff like that. The only thing I was worried about was, say if you pushed into them, or sort of like scraped up some muck or something like that, would the wool still retain itself? Would it stay in wood pieces?
Yeah, once you get them stacked up, we've got some stacked there, and yeah, they don't move.
They don't move, no. That's really, really good. And the other thing which I was worried about was, like at the end of a block bay, say, would they be uneven, if you know what I mean, if you put...
No, because we do halves and we can do thirds, so you can finish the bays off.
So is this your big mixer?
Yeah.
Oh wow, huge. Ah, I see what you mean.
You can see this one had a bit of a whack. Yeah, so they need the lock to finish them up.
Do you ever find they can get cracked or anything like that, or...?
You'd struggle to crack one.
Really?
Yeah, you really would. That's been hit when that's been moved or something like that.
Yeah.
I should think.
The problem we have in the biomass store is where the concrete breeze blocks are. I've cracked a few of them when pushing up with the Manitou.
Yeah, because they're so much thinner, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And you wouldn't damage that with a Manitou.
Yeah.
You could scrape it on that. Someone scrape that, but
yeah,
it's not going to do any real harm.
Sometimes you don't mean to, but it's just like the bucket will catch it when you're coming out or something like that. Or and then this is kind of how you have it, I guess. It's kind of like in a bay like this. Yeah. I'm completely blown away.
Here, and there's the pin.
Oh yeah, so then you pop something in there like a rope or chain, and it comes out. Yeah.
So this is the mould. You can see it just comes apart, splits, and then the boys put it back together, put a release agent on, and then we put the concrete in and vibrate it through.
Is it under pressure, or is it like vacuum or something like that?
No, it's just poured in, and then we just vibrate it to get as many air bubbles out as we can.
Ah, okay. And when you're finished, how do you get the metal sort of mould out of the concrete block.
It just unbolts and then pulls away because we put a release agent on to stop it sticking.
Yeah, yeah. And you guys don't just make concrete blocks here, do you? You make sort of everything?
Everything. Slabs, posts, I mean, our fence posts are the best.
Oh, right.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone loves our fence posts. They are certainly the best.
Are they, is that for like security fencing?
Like the slotted fence posts, you slide the panels in. They're our main sort of side. But yeah, we do slabs, path edging, stepping stones, Indian sandstone. We do a massive range of aggregates. Everything you need.
Everything.
Yeah. So this is the tool for lifting the block. The pin goes in there, slides over, lifts the block, cannot move.
I'm gonna put a strap on there and then lift it with a manatee.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I don't know who thought of it, but it's very clever. This is the lifting pin that goes in the block and then slips in there and lifts the pin. We use the block for aggregate bays here in the yard. We're now having 5 new bays put in, so we have some more aggregate down here as well.
So it's been pretty successful for you.
Yeah, they do work.
Really well tried and tested.
Yeah.
Right, so they've also got a Lewis Concrete old school manatee here. It's an MLT 627 turbo. So just admiring the manatee. Bit of a nerd. Old as gold.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Non-ad blue.
No.
No ad blue.
No.
Best way.
This is what we used to have, and then we decided to get the Lego block to start making them, because this is the issue you get where someone's caught that with a loader, pulled the things out, the sleepers, they'll rot anyway, so we've got to do away with all of these and have new bays made of Lego blocks.
And you found the Lego blocks to be that much better than the steel girders and the sleepers?
You won't have all this and they won't rot.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Do you ever find to get splinters off the sleepers if you grind into them? Or
No,
that's not an issue. But the main issue is the girders bending.
Yeah, and the sleepers rotten.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is absolutely brilliant. Do check out Lewis Concrete. You guys based here in Norfolk, aren't you?
Fakenham, Norfolk.
It's a good Norfolk-based company, and hopefully you can do a deal on a few blocks.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Brilliant.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right. As you can see, we've just got back from Lewis Concrete. The sun's just going down there. It was great spending the afternoon there with Andy, showing us all about those Lego blocks. So if you can sort of imagine where we are just in our yard here now, if you can imagine, so I just parked over the rubble there. If you can just imagine those concrete blocks where we're going to put this new bit of concrete in here, they'll basically be, I know it's difficult to see it on camera, but these straw bales we'll get rid of on Tuesday when we get the Teagle Telehawk, which is coming on demo. We'll get rid of the rest of this fodder beat. We'll use it up with the KW Farm Services bucket. On this side, we've got soil. It's like a soil wall. So what I was thinking of doing was putting Lego blocks that side, put some Lego blocks along the back, and then also along this side here. So I'll use the rest of those bales up before long. But yeah, really interesting to learn about Lego blocks. I hope you learned something about it, something a bit different. I've always seen them. And I went to, like we were saying earlier, I went to Llama, was looking at the Lego blocks, and then I got talking to someone else who knew someone else, and then found Andy at Lewis Concrete. And Andy was telling me the most expensive part of the Lego block is the haulage. So wherever you are in the country, say a Lego block costs £100, the delivery would be 50. So if it's a good local company, the delivery would be a lot less. Hence why I found Lewis Concrete. But I had to go to Birmingham, had to go to Llama to then find Lewis Concrete, who are based in Norfolk, which is quite funny because it just shows that when you get out there and you go to the shows like Llama, for example, it's a great social and you meet lots of different like-minded people who are also working towards common goals. So just good positive people, really. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's something a bit different. Over the weekend we're going to go and visit that estate I was telling you about. They farm thousands of acres. They've got a Agrifac sprayer, Fendt tractors, and all that sort of thing, all that good stuff. And then after this weekend we've got the Teagle Telehawk coming on demo. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.